guys, welcome in. I'll give everybody a moment to come on in, settle in, find your mat. Just have a seat for right now. How's everybody doing out there? Hopefully you're all doing pretty good. I know we're all kind of trying to social distance. Hopefully everybody's doing their best to stay at home and stay healthy and drink lots of water, warm liquids, all that good stuff. Just take really good care of yourself during this time. I really hope that you're all ready to do a little bit of yoga with me today. I'm not sure how the flow is going to go. I'm going to just try and feel the energy of our universe right now and move with that. And I hope that you'll enjoy this practice and stick it out with me. So go ahead and find your mat, guys. I'll give you just a couple more moments here. Let's all just get settled in. Come down to your butt, have a seat, crisscross those legs. Maybe you want to draw one leg in front and the other leg in back. Do whatever's comfortable here because you're going to find a couple of breaths here in this space. So go wherever's comfortable for just a moment. Try and sit up straight here. Stack your head over your heart and your heart over your pelvis. Good. Start to close the eyes and smile, breathing here. Just a reminder, we're at home. So my dog may bark and distract us during the practice, reminding us during that time that yoga is here to help us move through those distractions. So I love that you're all joining me from your own living room or bedroom or yoga room or outside, wherever you're coming in from. Thank you so much. There he is, making himself known. Inhale deeply. Good. Start to center that breath. Relax. Maybe sit back a little bit on that tailbone, just a little bit on those sits bones. Start to sit up straighter. Draw the chin parallel to the mat. If you haven't already, draw a smile up to those lips. Send yourself some love. Use your inhale to fill yourself up with love. Good. And as you smile, exhale, send it out to someone special. Send a little bit of love their way. Good. Find that breath in and out through the nose, breathing deep. Maybe you want to find an intention for today. Maybe you start to send that love and that healing energy out to our community, out to our state, out to our country, out to our nation, out to our world. Breathe deep, guys. Just let everything start to hang heavy. With each exhale, maybe drop a little bit of weight into those elbows. Trying to release that fidgeting. Just breathe. Good. Bring that smile back to your lips. Draw your hands together at heart center and let the elbows go out to the sides of the room and draw those shoulders back and down. On the inhale, everybody inhale together. Pause at the top. Hold your breath here for just a moment. Now open your mouth. Exhale. Let everything out to the universe. Good. Inhale fully. Fill that belly up with air. Pause at the top. Hold. Good. Open the mouth. Exhale. Let everything go. Good. On this last one, really hold that breath at the top. Inhale. Fill that belly up with air. Hold, hold, hold. Smile. Open that mouth. Exhale. Let everything out. Let it go. Good. Start to draw your eyes open. Good. Inhale. Reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, slide back, bend here. Open that chest to the sky. Let the chin lift up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop those hands down to heart center. And let's move on to our mat. Go ahead and roll over onto your side, coming onto your knees. Stack those hips over the knees and start to stack the shoulders over the wrists. Make sure that you have a little bit of play in the elbows. Micro bend in the elbows is really going to protect your shoulders here, your wrist, your arms. Start to ground in through the shins behind you. Point those toes long. Make sure that you're using that weight into the shins to really support you here. Lifts up through the core. Draw your belly button into your spine and draw your spine down to your belly button. Think about extending the tailbone long towards the back of your mat. Good. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Drop that belly. Look up to the sky. Exhale, round and curl. Draw the belly button up to the spine. Draw your chin into your chest. Imagine pressing your hips towards your elbows. Good. Inhale, drop that belly. Looking up to the sky. Imagine reaching the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. 2 breaths. Really feel that belly expand, open up. Good. Exhale, round and curl. Draw that belly button up to the spine. Really tuck that chin into the chest. Press into the mat with those palms. Spread the fingers wide. We still have a micro bend in those elbows. 2 breaths. I know they're short. Good. Think about a wave with the spine. Drop the tailbone. Lift the tailbone, I imagine. Drop the belly and look up. Good. Last one. Exhale, round and curl. Draw that belly button up and into the spine. Good. Now what I want you to do is shift the body weight a little bit forward and curl onto the toes. Walk the knees together, walk the feet together, and start to sit back onto those heels, okay? We're going to stretch through these toes here. Walk the body to sit up. Maybe gather up those pinky toes. Mine don't want to cooperate. Sometimes you got to gather them up and make them cooperate. Good. Stack head over heart, heart over pelvis. If you want, you can draw your hands together in prayer. Good. When I first started this, guys, when I first started my yoga practice, this was super intense on my feet. Really, really intense. I would already have been on all fours. So if you've already dropped, that's okay. If not, hold in there. If you have dropped, come back up. Lift up. Use that core. Push, hold, breathe. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Last inhale. Good. Shift it forward. Tap out through those toes. Let it go. Good. You have somebody below you, if somebody lives below you in an apartment or something like that, try and be gentle with the tapping, okay? Otherwise, just let it rip. Tap out those toes. Good. Curl onto those toes now. Lift those hips. Downward facing dog. Start to pedal it out here. Bending through the knees. Shifting those hips up to the sky. Pressing through the palms. Start to think about your foundation. Pressing and spreading those fingers wide. Now, press down through the mounds of the hands, of the fingers there, rather than pressing into the fingers. That'll help relieve some of the pressure in the in the wrist, you guys. Try and turn the eyes of the elbows to face towards the top of your mat, away from your body. This is going to rotate your shoulders up and back. Now, lift those hips to the sky. Think about drawing your chest towards the thighs and rotate your inner thighs in towards one another. This is going to help get those heels down into the mat one day. Good. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Shake the head no. Now nod it yes. Good job, guys. Bend the knees. Bring the belly to the thighs. Look forward. Bring the right foot up. Then the left. Meet me in Uttanasana, forward fold at the top of the mat. Letting everything hang heavy here, maybe grabbing for opposite elbows. Make sure you have a micro bend in the knees here, guys. That's going to help protect your spine, protect your legs, and not lock out those knees. We don't want to hyperextend here. Good. Maybe you rock it side to side. Feeling the weight of all of the 4 corners of those feet grounding into the mat. Breathe. Each exhale gives us an opportunity to fold that belly into the thighs a little farther. Inhale. Exhale. Release the hands down into the mat. Start to straighten up through those legs. Now, if you can't reach the mat here and you're starting to straighten up through those legs, that's okay. Work to get there. You can keep the knees bent as much as you need to get those hands into the mat. Then straighten up to stretch those nice hamstring stretch. Good. Start to tuck the chin into the chest and begin rolling yourself up. Good. Shoulders come back and down. Head lifts. Reach up for the sky. Tuck the tailbone. Exhale. Let it go. Good. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale. Draw those hands down to heart center. Good. Inhale. Reach those arms up to the sky. Swan dive forward. So keep the spine long. Imagine pressing the sides of the room away with your palms. Come down into the mat. Let the head hang heavy for just a moment. And then we'll walk the hands out. One hand length curling onto the toes. Come into that little pranayama ball. Drop the chin into the chest. Tuck the belly button towards the spine. And lift the hips from the heels. We don't want them sinking down here. We want to lift.
It's going to allow you to round that forehead into the knees. Hold. Breathing deep, tucking that chin into the chest, rinsing out our pituitary gland by pressing through that third eye. Tucking the chin into the chest, we're rinsing out that thyroid. Breathe. Good. On your inhale, lift the hips to the sky. Keep your heels lifted. Good. Release those heels into the mat on the exhale. Start to roll up, stacking one vertebrae at a time, tracing that line up the front of the legs. Shoulders come back and down and away. Arms lift up to the sky. Tuck that tailbone. Exhale, let it go. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let's do two more. Swan dive down. Come on down. Walk the hands out, curl onto the toes. Another little toe stretch here while we're here. Walk those hands back. Bring the biceps in towards the thighs. This is going to help you squeeze into that ball a little tighter. Now tuck the chin into the chest. Bring the hips off of the heels and tuck the forehead into the knees. Breathe. Good. You guys are doing great. Keep that breath in and out through the nose. Good. Inhale, lift the hips to the sky. Keep those heels lifted. Exhale, drop through the heels. Slowly start to roll up. Trace that line up the front of the legs. Stack one vertebrae at a time. Move slowly here. Shoulders come back and down and away. Reach to the sky. Exhale, let it go. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive down. Last one. Press the sides of the room away. Walk the hands out for a moment. Curl onto the toes. Walk the hands back. Squeeze those biceps into the thighs. Chin into chest. Forehead into knees. Remember to lift from that pelvic floor. Don't allow the hips to sink down to the heels, guys, here. This will also help you tuck that chin into the chest and really round that forehead into the knees. Good. Last breath. Make it count. Inhale deeply. Squeeze a little tighter. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift the hips to the sky. Exhale, release those heels. Slowly start to trace that line. Come on up. Good. Shoulders come back and down. Reach up for the sky. Exhale, let it go. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive down. Come on down. Walk the hands out. Step the feet back. Come into plank. Now, separate the hands a little bit so they're a little wider than shoulder distance. Spread the fingers wide still. Wrist creases are still parallel at the top of the mat. Now, you can come down to the knees at any time here. Same action's going to apply. You're still going to tuck up through that spine, tuck that belly button up, and extend the crown out long. Okay? Otherwise, we're extending those heels back, activating our core. Breathe here. Micro bend in the elbows. Eyes of those elbows are still trying to face forward. Don't sink down into the shoulders, guys. Press up and out. Holding here. If you need a little bit more, maybe shift those hips to the right. Keep on that even plane with the mat below. Shift the hips to the left. To the right. To the left. To the right. Last time to the left. Last time to the right. I lied. Last time to the left. Good. Everybody drop down to the knees. Bring the big toes to touch. Let the knees go wide on your mat. Sink the hips to the heels. Belly in between the thighs. We get a break here. Forehead comes into the mat. Now, I want you to take these palms and press them into the mat. This is going to push your hips down towards your heels a little bit farther. Getting that belly in between the thighs a little bit more. Press that forehead into the mat. Breathe. 2 more breaths. Good. On your next inhale, shift your body weight forward. Bring the knees underneath those hip points once more. Stacking the shoulders over the wrists. And kick those toes out. Come back into your plank. Breathe. Activating that core once more. Think about extending those heels back. Think about extending that chest up. Create like a pressure, I shouldn't say a pressure, a lifting with your chest, with your sternum up towards the sky. Don't sink down into those shoulders. Good. Moving along that plane once more. Moving the hips to the right. Moving the hips to the left. I'm going to hold here so I can still continue to instruct. You guys do 3 more to each side. Good. Breathe. Still activating that core. Even if you're on the knees here, kick those toes up. Hold that belly button into the spine. Last set. Good. Everybody stops in the center. Good. One more time. Extended child's pose. Bring the big toes to touch. Let the knees go wide. Sink the hips in between. Sink the belly in between the thighs, guys. Sink the hips to the heels. Now draw that forehead into the mat and just breathe here for a moment. Maybe you'd like to work into a shoulder stretch here. Walk those hands out as far as you can, bringing those biceps really close to the ears. Then you're going to bend through the elbows as you bring the hands together in prayer and create a little shark fin above the back of your neck. If you don't feel any stretch here, right in between where the neck meets those shoulders, maybe walk the elbows out toward the top of your mat just a little farther. Then press in through those palms. Breathe. Good, last breath. Press through those palms. Ground down through those elbows. Sink those hips to the heels. Good, release the hands into the mat and start to walk your body up. Stack those shoulders over the wrist. Stack those knees right underneath those hip points. Curl onto the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Nice job, guys. Pedal it out here. Breathe. Good. Nice work, guys. Nice work. Now, I seem to remember if I do Facebook Live this way, with my camera facing forward, that I have to show you opposite. So forgive me if we get the sides mixed up, okay? We'll start with our right side. Inhale, lift that right leg up. Exhale, shift that body weight all the way up and through. Drop it in. Long lunge. Whoops, got stuck on my earring there. Go ahead and rotate that back foot 90 degrees. Drop that left hand inside the arch of the foot and reach that left hand up to the sky. Good. Drop that hand to the hip. Inhale, swing that body weight up. Come into your warrior one. Fix my clothes, fix myself. Good. Start to draw this thigh parallel with the mat below. Reaching in through the knife's edge on that. I think it looks like the left foot for you guys. Extend those hands out. Good. Drop down into that pose just a little bit farther. Drop the shoulders back and down and away. Tuck through the tailbone, squeeze and lift. Sink it down a little farther. Good. Smile, have fun with it, guys. Looking out over those left fingertips. Drop the right hand down to the right thigh. Reverse that warrior. Reach the left arm up. Look up at it. Find your thumbnail. Find the crescent moon in your thumbnail. Good. Good. How's everybody feeling? Hopefully you're doing good. Sink it down a little bit farther and unwind. Come out of that warrior and then windmill down. Frame that foot. Step it back. Plank. Move through vinyasa flow here. You can drop down to the knees at any time, shifting that body weight forward. Look over that ledge. Just make sure you're really tucking that belly into the spine. Then we bend the elbows into the side body. Come down halfway. Push up. Look over that ledge once more. Bring those elbows into the side body, and then you can come down to cobra if you're on your knees and lift up. Here in cobra, or baby cobra, we're lifting our hands off the mat to make sure that the back's doing the work. Smile, look out ahead of you, look out in front. Good. Bring the thumbs into the mat. Curl onto the toes. You can move through the knees to lift up into downward dog, or just shift back through plank. Everybody meets. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Breathe. Think about your foundation here, guys. Spreading those fingers wide. Wrist creases parallel with the top of the mat. Eyes of the elbows are trying to face forward. Rotating our upper arm bones up and out. And then we're going to think about spiraling the inner thighs in towards one another, trying to ground those heels down. Micro bend in the elbows. Breathe. Shake the head no. Nodding it yes. Good. We're going to move on to the other side. Inhale. Reach that. I think it looks like the left leg for you guys. Swing it all the way up and through. Drop it in. Otherwise, just do the opposite leg. Okay, guys? I'm going to do my best here. Good. Draw the right hand to the inside of that right arch. Or left arch, I guess it looks like for you. Rotate that back foot. Come on up. Warrior two, guys. Warrior two on the opposite foot.
So if you're on the same foot we were on last time, switch it up. Good. Drop the shoulders back and down and away. Tuck through the tailbone, squeeze and lift. This is going to lift your body a little bit. That's okay. Start to work that inner thigh and sink it down. Good. I'm smiling. I hope you are. Look out over those right fingertips. Good. Sink it down a little farther. Drop that hand to the thigh and reach that other arm up to the sky. Good. Look up at that thumb. Find that crescent moon. Do you see it in your nail? Good. We just completed or just started a new cycle. We had our new moon this morning. Maybe you take some time during this practice, unravel, warrior two, to find that lunar energy and start to focus on some new intentions. Good, windmill it out. Frame that foot. Step it back. Everybody meets in plank. Now you can drop down to those knees, or you're extending those hips, extending those heels out long. Shift that body weight forward. Come down halfway, then push up. Come all the way down, roll over those toes, lift it up, upward facing dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Good, smile up to the heavens, shift it back, downward dog. Good, guys, pedaling it out here once more. And breathe. Good. Start to stabilize, set your foundation, spread the fingers wide. Micro bend in the elbows. Breathe. Now bend the knees. Draw the belly to the thighs. Step, hop, or jump to the top of your mat. Good job. Let it hang heavy here for just a moment and forward fold. Uttanasana, guys. Let it go. Grab for opposite elbows if that feels good. Good. Nice job, guys. Nice job. Slowly start to rise up, stacking one vertebrae at a time as you come up. Our shoulders are going to come back and down. Head is always last to rise. Reach for the sky, tuck the tailbone, squeeze, and let it go. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop those hands down to heart center. Let the elbows go out to the sides of the room and drop the shoulders back and down and away. Let it go. Close your eyes maybe. Feel the weight of your body grounding down through those feet. Good. Breathe. Come back to that breath. Good. Open your eyes. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, tuck that tailbone. Another slight back bend here. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open the arms wide. Turn your body towards the side of your mat the long way and step it out. Step those feet wide. Imagine that your wrists are right over those ankles. See how that works for you, okay? Now drop the shoulders back and down. Squeeze through that pelvic floor. Keep a micro bend in those knees. That's going to help you lift up from the arches of the feet. Now maybe you need to turn those big toes in just a little bit. Good. Now, inhale, turn the palms up and start to reach those arms up to the sky. Nice controlled movement here. Before those hands touch, reach, 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 like you're holding a small crystal ball, maybe the moon. Good. Exhale, turn the palms out and slowly, like you're moving through molasses, allow a little bit of pressure, like you're pushing the air away. Draw those arms down. Only to shoulder height and then hold. Good. Smile. Breathe. Turn those palms up. Inhale. Start to reach up for the sky, gathering up that energy. Gather it up, gather it up, gather it up, gather it up. Good. Starting to work those arms. Hold here, hold here. Maybe open those fingers, squeeze that crystal ball, hold it. Drop the shoulders back and down. Keep that tailbone tucked. Exhale, turn those palms out. A move through molasses. Drop those hands down. Push that air away. Good job, guys. Good job. Good. Hold here in that T. Hold, hold, hold. Good. Turn those palms. Inhale. Start to reach those arms up to the sky. Reach them up. Gather up that energy. Hold. Last time here. Hold that ball, that crystal ball. Drop those shoulders back and down. Smile. Send yourself some love. Rotate those palms out and slowly start to reach those hands down. Work through that molasses. Good. Now keep the arms here. Keep them at shoulder height. Now we're going to turn the palms towards the front of the room. And then slowly start to bend through the elbows, drawing the palms together as they come in front of the face.
Good. Don't touch. Allow that energy. Feel it right between the palms. Feel it vibrate your hands, keeping that micro bend, keeping that lift up through the torso. Exhale, push the sides of the room away. Good. Inhale, draw that energy in, bending through the elbows. Imagine you're pushing something together, squeezing that pearl. Good. Exhale, push it out. Really working through those shoulders and those arms. Keep the shoulders drawn back and down. Exhale, push them together. Last time here, make it count. Really squish that pearl. Good. Exhale, push it away, push it away, push it away. Let it go. Swing through the arms. Good job, you guys. Good job. Good. Nice work. Draw those hands back together at heart center. Good. Drop the shoulders back and down. Keeping that micro bend in those knees. I know the sides of your legs might be pinching. We're going down. Drop the hands to the hips. Begin to fold it forward. Think about hinging at the waist, hinging at the hips here. Keeping that flat spine. Extend the crown of the head long. Holding here for just a moment. Keeping those hands at the hips. Keeping that tabletop. Good. Now start to release everything down towards the mat. Crown of the head starts to reach towards the mat. We bring the palms into the mat. Good. Start to let it all hang heavy. Feel the weight shift into your feet evenly. Pressing in through the knife's edge still. Now maybe you want to walk these hands in line with your with the arches of your feet or with your heels. Starting to create a little tabletop here that eventually you'll bring your knees onto and be able to kick yourself up into that headstand practice. So if headstand is in your practice, we're going to be here for a few breaths. So take this opportunity in your own space, in the comfort of your own home, to try that headstand practice. Now, if you're like me and your head isn't quite there to the mat, I want you to grab a hold of the nice edge of those feet. Now start to pull on the edges of those feet, working to draw the body closer to the thighs and bringing the head down towards the mat. Don't forget that breath in and out through the nose, you guys. It's so important. Breathe. You guys are doing great. Good. Those of you in your headstand, start to come back out with control. Use your core. Use that breath to gently come out. We all meet in this nice wide-legged forward fold. Dandayamana Bibhakta Pada Paschimottanasana. I happen to be facing north, not west, but the name of the pose is standing separate leg facing west. Hands to foot pose while facing west. I know my legs are on fire, so yours must be too. Walk those hands out in front. Lift up. Inhale, half lift. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Last time, keeping that bend through the knees. Bring the hands to the hips. Think about that flat spine as you come on up. Extend the crown of the head up. Inhale, reach up for the sky. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Breathing here. Heel toe those feet. Come on in. Heel toe them all the way back to center. Maybe you want to just jump it to center. Just breathe here. Let me fix my clothes since I'm on camera. Good. Inhale, reach up, guys. Exhale, let it go. Back bend. Good. Inhale, reach up. Now drop those hands down to heart center and close your eyes. Draw the corners of the mouth up. Breathe. Feel that gentle sway in your body. You just created that energy. Good job, guys. Good. Smile. Open your eyes. Send yourself some love. Inhale, reach all the way up to the sky. And this time, rotate your body back towards the front of your mat. And then swan dive forward. Come on down. Now, find yourself near the center of your mat, just facing the front. Okay? Good. Now walk the hands out and walk those feet out. We find ourselves back in plank. Good. Set yourself up strong here. Extend those heels back. Good. Keeping the belly button up towards the spine. Shift that body weight forward. Look over the ledge. Come down halfway. Push up. Come all the way down. Everybody meets on the belly. Extend the toes out long. Draw that right ear, or draw your right ear into the mat. Reach those hands out beside you. I know it probably looks like my left ear because of the mirrored camera, but just listen to my voice. Don't worry about what the camera's doing. Good. Just let it hang heavy here. Good. Now start to extend those hands out behind you. Maybe even start to walk those hands up underneath your body just a little bit here. Good. Now bring the chin into the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Let everything out through the mouth. Let all that air out. Good. On your next inhale, fly. Lift everything up. Lift the toes up. Lift the shoulders up. Lift the chin up. Let the chin go parallel with the mat. Extending that eye gaze forward. Really reaching those fingertips back. Hold, 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 hold. Good. Exhale. Let it go. Release. Left ear comes into the mat. Breathe. Good. We have one more round of that here. Inhale. Exhale. Now on your next inhale, draw the chin into the mat. Inhale deeply. Really start to tuck those arms up underneath us. It's going to help us lift. Exhale, let everything out through that mouth. Good. Inhale, lift everything up, fly. Reach those hands out behind you. Extend those fingertips long. Chin comes parallel with the mat. Really reaching that eye gaze forward. Breathe. Breathe. Holding here for 3. For 2, extend those legs up a little higher. 1, release everything down. Drop that forehead into the mat. Bring the thumb tips right near the chest area and start to lift yourself up into that plank. Maybe you come onto the knees here. Choose your own adventure, guys. Good. Extend those heels out long. Good. Shift those hips up. Downward facing dog. Good work, you guys. Nice job. Everybody release back down onto those knees. Release through the toes for just a moment. Sink the hips to the heels. And come on up, just into a little prayer pose, just sitting onto those knees. Good. Draw the palms face up towards the sky. Holding here for just a moment. Now next we're going to be moving into our camel pose. So some of you know what that is. Some of you know where you're going with that, okay? Otherwise, I'm going to instruct our first levels these first 2 times around, and then the last round, we're going to go into our fullest expression. If you don't feel comfortable going into that fullest expression, that's okay, guys. I'll show you some alternatives, and you can make your way there one day. It doesn't have to be today, okay? Just because you're at home doesn't mean you should judge yourself any harder, all right? You are by yourself. Give yourself the space to really be successful and honor what space you're in today, okay? Start to shift that body weight forward. And I want you to curl onto the toes this first round. Separate those knees so they're hips distance. Come onto the toes. You might need to sweep those toes into play once more, kind of like we did the last time. And then start to lift that body up, okay? So stacking head over heart, heart over pelvis, and now our pelvis is stacked right over those knees. Now you're curled onto the toes here. If you're used to just being on the tops of your feet, feel free to go there, okay guys? I'm just a guide today. Inhale, reach up for the sky. Good. Now extend this arm long and start to follow the eye gaze. So pick a thumb and then use your eye gaze and start to follow that thumb all the way back and around to grab a hold of and cup onto that heel. Okay? Once you're there, I want you to think about turning your torso to lift up towards the ceiling, bringing this chest parallel with the ceiling above, and look up at that opposite fingertip. Good. Breathing right here. Opening up. Smile. Good. Now, think about somebody pulling on this hand that's reaching up to the sky. They're pulling on those fingertips and extending your body, lifting you up, reaching that opposite arm up to the ceiling. Good. Drop the hands to the hips. How's everybody feeling? Hopefully you're feeling good. Hopefully that's working well for you. Once again, you can always come down to the toes. Now, if you just did that side with the toes up, I want you to keep those toes up for this next round. We'll still have 2 more opportunities here, okay? So curl back onto those toes if you're not already. Make sure that the knees are still stacked underneath the hips. Make sure that crown of the head is making the straight line all the way down to those knees. Good. Look forward. Reach both arms up to the sky on the inhale. Now, follow the opposite thumb. Reaching that opposite thumb around and back. Follow it with your eye gaze. Drop it down to that heel. Extend that right arm up to the sky and think about squaring up those, your torso up towards the ceiling. Squaring up through the hips. And just reach. Creating a nice back bend here. Looking up towards the ceiling here for this round. Good. Use your belly, use your core. Think about somebody pulling on those fingertips that are extended up, reaching your body up to the sky, or reach the left or opposite arm up towards the ceiling. Good. Drop the hands down the heart center. Release through the toes for just a moment. Sink it forward. Tap out those toes once more. Let it go. Good job, guys. Remembering your neighbors below if you live upstairs. Good job. Good. Let's curl back onto those toes. Or maybe this time, since it's our last round, you choose to keep those shins flat. If you can reach, please feel free to go for it. Otherwise, I want you to extend those heels up. It's going to give us a few more inches to try and grab for. You want those extra inches if this back bend is a little difficult for you. So make sure that all the toes are in play. Good. Make sure that the hips are over those knees. Extend that torso up long. Good. Nice work. Inhale. Reach up for the sky. Pick a thumb and follow your eye gaze. Follows that thumb all the way back and around. Grab a hold of the heel. Good. Now, listen closely. Draw the eye gaze up to the ceiling. Square up through that torso. And then just with your memory, drop that opposite arm down and grab a hold of that heel. Hips extend forward. Chest extends towards the sky. Now, you can keep looking up towards the ceiling, or maybe you drop that head back and down. Open up the heart. Breathe. Good, guys. Now to get out of this, inhale, reach one arm up to the ceiling. Now remember that person pulling those hands up to the ceiling. Inhale, use your eye gaze to reach up to the ceiling and reach that following arm up to the ceiling. Good job, guys. Extend those hands out in front. Tap out through those toes. Nice work. Curl onto the toes. Lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out here, guys. Breathe. Good. You guys are doing awesome. Drop down to the knees. Release through the toes. Bring the hips to the heels. Go into a traditional child's pose, or maybe you extend those knees out wide, bringing the big toes to touch. Choose your own adventure here, guys. Breathe. Good. For this last breath, really press into the palms, extend the hips towards the heels. Good. Nice work. Shift that body weight forward. Come onto all fours. Stack the hips over the knees. Stack the shoulders over the wrists. Grab for a sip of water and towel off for a moment here, guys. I want everybody to get a sip of water. If you don't have one, go run and get one. I'll give you a second. Just a sip. Let's honor our bodies. They're saying that water is one of the best ways to combat and prevent, to help keep your body stable during this time. Okay, guys? Good. Okay, let's start to flow once more. Stack those shoulders over the wrists. Stack the hips over the knees. Good. Curl onto the toes. Lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Good. Pedal it out for just a moment. Good. Inhale deeply. Exhale, walk your hands back to meet the feet. Now separate your feet hips distance, okay? Now you can measure this hips distance by taking your fists and placing them side by side, right in between your feet, and then gather your feet right back up on those fists. That'll make your hips distance. Everyone's is a little different, so listen to your space, okay? Now while we're here, go ahead and exhale, release everything down, let it hang heavy. On your next inhale, lift up through the soles of the feet and place the palms face up underneath the soles of those feet, going into Padahastasana from the front here. Allow the toes to come up and kiss at the wrist creases. Breathe. Start to let everything hang heavy here. Good. Now, if your legs are straight here, maybe you want to start to bend those elbows out towards the sides of the room, working to get that forehead closer to the shins. Good, guys. While you're here, I want you to imagine looking between your legs there and seeing your past back on that wall. Wall, door, hall, wherever you're at. See it back there. I want you to say to yourself here, I leave my past behind me as I move forward in confidence and with grace. Take a gentle shift forward. Move a little bit of weight into the balls of the feet. Don't lift the heels. I don't want you to topple over. I just want you to signify moving forward in life, guys. Breathe. Inhale deeply, and on your exhale, allow yourself to fold a little deeper. Pull those elbows out a little farther. Good. Gently release. Heel toe those feet back together. Good. Inhale, come on up. Reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. Let it go. Back bend. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Good. Now step the right foot out. Step the left foot out. We're coming back here once more just for a moment. It's okay. Breathe through it. Extend the arms out long. Make sure that the wrists are over those ankles. So walk them out a little bit farther if they're not. And then turn those big toes in. Good. Good. Shoulders back and down. Tuck the tailbone, squeeze and lift. Now, rotate on this forward foot. Shifting the weight. Turning yourself into that Virabhadrasana 2, that Warrior 2 once more. The back foot is parallel with the mat. The front foot is reaching out towards the front of your mat, and we have a nice bend into this thigh, working to get this thigh parallel with the mat one day. Good, breathe. Shoulders come back and down. Tuck through that tailbone, squeeze and lift. Good, you guys are doing great. Good, now drop this hand down inside to frame that foot. Or I should say to come to the inside arch of that foot that's pointed forward. Now reach your right arm. Reach your opposite arm up to the sky. It's so weird not knowing which angle you guys are seeing. Makes it so hard to instruct. Good. Keep reaching the crown of the head forward. Now, maybe you want to start to bend this, this lower arm and bring it into a shelf underneath that thigh. Maybe you even drop this hand down behind you and start to grab for the opposite hand. Holding here, turning on that inner thigh, opening up through that shoulder. Good, release that hand back into the mat. Release that arm back up to the sky. Come on up. Warrior 2. Almost lost myself there. Good, look out over those fingertips. Good, straighten up through that front leg. Rotate those toes back in. Now just rotate the back leg towards the back of the mat, extending those toes forward, keeping the nice edge of that front foot now in line with the mat. So all we've done is rotate into an opposite Virabhadrasana 2. Shoulders come back and down. Extend those fingers out long. Sink it down a little farther. Good. Smile. Have fun, you guys. It's just life. Might be a little crazy right now, but we gotta have fun with it, right? Good. Good. Looking out over those fingertips. Let's drop it down. This hand comes down towards the inside of that arch. Reach that other hand up to the sky. Opening up through the shoulder here. Breathe. Good. Sink it down a little farther. Maybe you start to bend this lower arm and create a shelf underneath that thigh. Maybe you drop this hand down behind you and start to reach for those fingertips underneath. Opening up. This will eventually take us into that bird of paradise. We don't have that much time today, so we're not going to move into that. It's a little level 3 there. So drop this hand back down. Reach that arm up to the sky. Use your core. Tear the mat apart. Come on up. Warrior 2. Good job, guys. Sink it down. Rotate. Extend that foot out. Bring both feet parallel with the mat. Extend the arms out one last time. Draw them together. Slow, slow, slow. Into prayer. Good. Now step, hop, jump, heel toe those feet back to center. Good. Close your eyes. Feel your heart racing. Smile. Send yourself some love. You guys are doing so good. So, so good. Now, keep the head extended long. Keep the crown of the head reaching for the sky. Good. Now slowly, keeping the spine long, drop the chin into the chest. Give thanks for your standing practice. Say thank you. Good job, guys. Open the eyes. Send yourself some love. Inhale, reach up for the sky. Last time. Exhale, back bend. Good. Reach on up. And then slowly rotate back to the length of your mat. and walk it out. Coming back onto that belly and extending those arms out wide. Draw the left ear into the mat and let it go. Squeeze those legs together, extend the toes out long. Good, nice work, you guys. Now I want you to separate your legs so they're in line with your hips. So just a little bit out. Don't think that your hips are way out here. Remember that hips distance we made with our fists. Good. Now start to kick those toes up. And we're going to reach those hands back, grabbing hold of the outer edge of the foot or maybe onto the ankle here. Holding here for just a moment. Now, most of us don't have props at home like a block or a book nearby. So I want you to imagine that you have that prop, that block, right in between your thighs. So we want to keep that hips distance, okay? Now inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Draw your chin into the mat. Inhale deeply. Exhale, let all the air out. Good. On this next inhale, start to kick into the hands. This is going to bring the legs up, bring the arms up, creating ourselves a little go pose. Breathe here. Maybe rock it front to back with that breath. Holding, 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 kicking into those hands. Kick, kick, kick. Squeeze that block in between the legs. Exhale, release. Let it go. Opposite ear comes into the mat. Good job, you guys. My heater just kicked on in my house, so I know I'm really going to start to sweat here in a second. Just let it go. Good. Now start to think of the positioning of your legs once more. Bring those heels in alignment with those hips. Think about that hips distance. Good. Start to kick up through those feet. Grab a hold of those feet. Grab a hold of the ankles. Imagine that block in between the thighs. Draw the chin into the mat. Inhale. Exhale, let everything out. Good. Close that mouth. Inhale, kick. Start to kick. Start to open up here. Think about drawing those thighs together. Keep kicking, keep reaching, keep opening up through those shoulders. Hold, 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 hold. Exhale, let everything go. Pick an ear. Come onto it. Nice work, you guys. Good job. Good, 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 good. Now, reach that right arm up above you and roll onto your right side, whichever side that looks like for you. Bring those knees in towards the chest and give yourself a nice little hug here. Just a moment in our original pose, our fetal pose. This is the very first yoga pose anybody ever did. Maybe you love on yourself here. Maybe you give yourself a nice massage through those legs. Maybe it's been a while since you did yoga. Maybe this just worked you out a little bit. Go to that spot wherever it's causing a little bit of tension, rub it. You guys are at home, rub what you need. Maybe you just stroke the hair behind your ear a little bit. Good. Nice work, guys. Let's roll onto our back now. Take your time getting there. Fix your clothes, zip yourself up. Good. Draw the chin into the chest. Bring the shoulders back and down. Start to let everything release here for just a moment. Good. Nice work, guys. Nice work. Let's do a little bit of core work before we really start to get grounded down here on the floor. Start to walk the feet up towards the booty. Good. Really tuck that chin into the chest and extend your arms out long. Make sure the shoulders are back and down. Maybe even glance over your fingertips to make sure that those arms aren't extending above your shoulders. Okay? Good. Nice work, guys. Now, I want you to just listen. Try not to look over at me now because I don't want you to kink your neck in any way, okay? So just look up towards your ceiling and listen to my voice. Ground down through the spine. Make sure that that spine is long. Inhale, kick that right leg up towards the sky and drop it across the left leg. Grab a hold of that left leg with your right leg, really squeezing that thigh with your leg. Now kick up off that left foot and draw that foot parallel with your mat below. So the bottom leg is parallel, creating a nice little right angle. And this opposite leg is streaming over the top and then working to go underneath that left thigh, or that left calf, excuse me. See what happens when I close my eyes, guys? You who take my class over at True know that anytime I close my eyes, I get super distracted. I gotta learn to keep my eyes open. Flex those feet hard. We're still holding here, guys. Your core should be turned on. You should start feeling the stretch through that IT band, all through that belly, holding here, flexing both those feet hard, really trying to interlace those legs. If they're interlaced, squeeze even tighter. Everybody draw those knees back towards your face a little bit more. Keep those shins parallel. A little bit more. Good. Exhale, unravel, release, let it go. Maybe hip rock, rocking those knees side to side just a little bit, releasing any tension in that lower spine. Good. Now stop in the center. Make sure that your feet are hips distance for a moment. Ground in through that spine. Tuck the chin back into the chest and extend those arms out long if they're not already. Now look out over the fingertips. Make sure that those arms haven't moved, that they're not going above the shoulders. Okay, guys? Good. Now kick that left leg all the way up to the sky and drop it on top of the right. Use that left leg to really squeeze onto that right thigh and then kick up off that right leg, bringing that right shin parallel with the mat below. Remember, don't look at me, guys. Look up at the ceiling and listen to my voice. Now that bottom leg is flexed parallel with the mat below. You should have a nice right angle going on that leg. The top leg is really squeezing down on that thigh and starting to wrap underneath that opposite shin, opposite calf. Eagle wrap legs here, Garuda legs. We're really flexing through the soles of the feet. Your core should be turned on here, guys. Squeeze, hold, breathe. Good. Exhale, gently release, unravel. Windshield wiper, rock those knees side to side, letting it go. Nice work, guys. Nice job. Tuck that chin back into the chest. Stop that rocking back and forth. Make sure everything is grounded in. We're going to go in for one more round on each side. Drop the shoulders back and down. Look out over those fingertips. Make sure they're not creeping. Good. Nice work, guys. Chin back into the chest. Inhale, lifts that left leg up to the sky. Oh, let's start with the right, sorry. Right leg up to the sky. It might look like the left to you. Drop it over that left leg. You're just listening to me here, so it shouldn't matter. Squeeze that left thigh with the right leg. Now kick up off the left leg. You know where we're going. Wrap up those legs, Garuda legs. Eagle wrapped. Flex those feet. Imagine you're standing against a wall. Flex those feet hard. Keep those shoulders grounded. Now, if you'd like, on the exhale, tap your toe. Inhale, lift and flex. Exhale, tap the toe. Inhale, lift and flex. Tap, lift and flex. Thinking about keeping that shin parallel when you reach it back up. 2 more. Last one, tap that toe. Inhale, lift and flex. Everybody hold here. Flex those feet hard. If your legs aren't wrapped, you're reaching like they're going to, like that right leg is going to wrap one day. Hold, flex, flex, flex. Good, unravel, let it go. Nice work. Windshield wiper those legs side to side. Your core should be a little turned on right now. Tap it out if it feels good. Maybe pat on that belly gently. Give it some love. Moving on to the last side here, guys. Reach those shoulders out. Tuck the chin into the chest. Shoulders back and down. Extend that left foot up to the sky. Reach it over that right thigh. Squeeze onto that right thigh. Then kick up off the left leg. The right leg. Bring the right leg parallel with the mat, creating a nice right angle there. Interlace those feet right up underneath that calf. Flex. Garuda, eagle wrapped legs. Breathing here, shoulders are staying back and down. If you'd like, on the exhale, tap the toe. Inhale, lift and flex. Stand against that wall. Exhale, tap the toe. Lift and flex. Tap. Lift and flex. Tap on the exhale. Inhale, lifts. Exhale, tap. Last two. Inhale. Exhale, tap. Good. Inhale, lift and flex. And then unravel. Good. Rock it side to side. Let it go. Good. Now, draw the right hand to the heart and the left hand to the belly. Start to walk the soles of the feet together and let the knees go wide. Open up. Supta Badrasana. Down angle pose. Start to feel the belly rise with your inhale. Feel everything release out on the exhale. Use those hands to really feel the breath. We fill that belly up with air, and we exhale everything out. Nice. Now you can draw the fingertips down to the inside of the thighs if you'd like here, and use those fingertips to help peel those legs down. Maybe you'd rather reach up above the head and grab for opposite elbows here. Choose your own adventure, maybe even taking the palms together above the crown of the head, finishing off with a little namaste up there, and finishing out this figure 8 symbol that we're creating with our body. Infinity. Good. Keep smiling. Keep breathing, guys. You're doing fabulous. Almost done. Almost over. Not that any of us want it to be, but an hour of yoga each day does the body some good. Good. Maybe you close your eyes here. Just 2 more breaths. On your next inhale, bring those hands down by the lower side of your thighs, underneath your thighs, and use your inhale to close those legs like you're closing a book. Good. Extend the legs out long. Tuck those shoulders back and down. Tuck the chin into the chest. And let it go. Shavasana. Just breathe. Good. Now, one last move before we move into a little bit of meditation. Draw the knees into the chest. Keep that spine long as you draw those knees in. Now, lift up through the head and shoulders and give your knees a kiss. Tell them thank you. Honor your body here today, guys. Maybe you rock it side to side for a moment. Flexing and pointing the toes. Stretching every last little spot out. If there's something I missed, feel free to do it here. We have just a couple of breaths. And then everybody start to move yourself when you're ready into that final Shavasana. Maybe you rock those hips side to side, releasing those legs out slowly, just starting to let it go. Now, choose your own Shavasana here, guys. Maybe you want to walk those legs out so the heels are in line with the edges of your mat, and you reach those arms up like a starfish. Maybe something in between. Maybe you want to just bring those legs together, traditional style Shavasana, and just let everything go. Taking several deep breaths here. As you lay here, really find that comfortable place. I'll begin to encourage you here to resist that urge to fidget, resist that urge to move. You don't need to wipe your sweat or fix your clothes. Just lay here in stillness. For those of you at home, you know that stillness has become something more ordinary. I'm sure at times it's been difficult. Don't be hard on yourself. Stillness is so super important to our everyday lives. Taking several moments here to just breathe and let go. Without moving, guys, I want you to stay in this space for as long as you can. I'll encourage you here to think about that beautiful light that resides at your heart.
Just think about it here. No need to move. And say to yourself, I feel the truth in my heart. Good, deep breath. Now bring your awareness up to your throat, up to your lips. No need to move, just bring that awareness, imagine that light. And say to yourself here, I speak my truth. Good, deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Good, draw your awareness all the way up to that third eye, guys. All the way up there, bring it up. Inhale deeply. And say to yourself here, I intuit the truth in my thoughts. Thank you guys so much for letting me guide you this afternoon. Hopefully we can do it some more. Please don't go insane if you're at home. Honor yourself. Take these moments. You can watch this video as much as you need to. Just keep coming back and keep up with your practice, and let us know if you have any questions at all. We're here for you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye. Or not. Now we go, bye.